Good morning, everyone. By now you know that I'm laughing because Kristen was texting me. And this time, it's not because of her colorful language, which is usually what makes me laugh. It's because I lost track of time. And I was like, oh. So here I am live. Good morning, everyone. We are live from Houston, Texas. This is Monday, May 21st. And show number 26. This is very exciting. Show number 26. Wow, I was hopeful that this show would continue on like I would like doing it. But when I first started it, I didn't know if I would, so I'm very glad. Good morning, Cheryl from the Woolen Hook. Good to see you. Good morning, Deborah. My sister Deborah's here. And Patty's here. Hi, Patty. Happy Monday. It is a happy Monday. It's a little bit thundery here right now. I had full intentions of doing this poolside today. I got some new equipment that I thought would help make the quality better. And sure enough, I was outside exercising the dogs just to tire them out, because otherwise, and it started thundering. So I had to bring them back inside. And here we are in the studio. So that's the joy of living in the tropical South. There are thunderstorms. I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today. So yesterday in the evening, okay, there's rain coming, right? And I knew there was rain coming. And then the rain came and it was really heavy and it was great because our trees are all thirsty and the grass is thirsty. And then the rain started to slow down and I thought, okay, it's all over. I even took a video of it if you want to see it. I put it up on Instagram. There's a video of the rain. It's coming down heavy, but just a normal rain. And then right when I was just getting, used to the idea the rain was over, there was this huge clap of lightning and thunder right above the house. Right above the house. The power went out. The internet went out. The cable went out. Everything went out. The power came back on immediately. Thank goodness. I had to go outside, not outside, but kind of look out where I could look out to see if my house was on fire or if there's a tree on fire or something, because lightning could have hit it, but luckily it would just clapped overhead, but there was no internet last night. So we're all lucky I'm here today, because if I don't have internet, I can't do the show. Hi, Julie. Julie's here. Oh, Julie's here. Oh, and she can't watch. All she can do is chat. Well, that's okay, Julie. We're all happier. Hi, Chris is here too. Okay, that's Chris. Chris is the one that told us. Oh, Captain Chris is the one that told us about the Wikipedia page for the Pomodoro way of time management. So like I said Friday, I was going to test out this Pomodoro method. And like I was saying, it was kind of discovered by a kid in France when he was in college back in the 80s. And Pomodoro actually is the Italian word for tomato, and I found out the reason why is because the timer that he used was shaped like a tomato. I was trying to look for like a bigger meaning behind the tomato thing. Hey, look, I froze up too, so that's fun. But what really happened was he used that tomato timer. So this weekend I thought I would do something on the shed, and it was 5,000 degrees with 200% humidity. So I was not going to empty that shed out because if you do all four, remember you do 4 25-minute segments of work with 5-minute breaks. That's like 2.5 hours. I wasn't going to spend that much time outside. But anyway, so what I decided to do is to work in the house. And yesterday, because I wanted to test this Pomodoro tomato method of time management, I've never tried it before. And I made my list of chores, which that list ended up on Instagram too. So if you follow me on Instagram, you got to see the list of chores I did. And sure enough, it worked. And I know a lot of people commented that they've used a similar method, right? Where you do a bunch of chores for a defined period of time, and then you take a little break. Do something fun or just relax. And if you keep doing that over and over, you get some stuff done. Well, sure enough, it worked. I deep cleaned my kitchen. I took out the trash, which included the Amazon debris field, which is I had a few boxes show up last week that I had to unpack this weekend because remember I had to get a new computer and stuff because the other one died. And you know, when you unpack Amazon boxes, you end up with this debris field of Amazon waste. So I was determined to get that cleaned up. So that was part of the trash cycle. And then I wanted to get the laundry caught up. And then I also wanted to spend 25 minutes in the master bedroom closet because, my goodness, I don't know how many times I can organize that. It still just goes to heck in a handbasket. So I need to get back in there and get that a little better organized. So sure enough, I took the 5-minute breaks. I set the timer. This is the key though. If I have any feedback on using this Pomodoro method, and if you want to read about it, you need to go back to Friday's show because in those show notes, there's a link to the Wikipedia page that kind of lays it out. If I have any advice, it's use a timer. And Cheryl from the Woolen Hook brought this up too in the comments before. You have to use a timer. Don't think you're going to be able to watch the clock and calculate the 25 minutes because if you really want to focus on the task and get the task as far along as possible, you need to set a timer. And you know, if you have a cell phone, there's a timer on there somewhere. It makes it easy because you can carry it with you. I have a Fitbit that I wear and it's set up for notifications. So when my timer goes off, my wrist vibrates. So it's like, it worked out really, really well. So Pomodoro method of time management, I give you a thumbs up. I think it's a great way to use the period of time because I think when you set the timer, hi DJ, hi Ruthie's Crafty Corner. So good to see you guys. If you set the timer and you define the period of time and you've predetermined what you're going to do, there's a lot more focus because during that 25 minutes you have nothing else to do. You're just going to work on that task. So it's easier to not be as distracted. I get distracted. I'm talking about myself, of course. I get distracted. But it really helped me to focus and get a lot done. I was very, very happy with that method. I'm definitely going to use some modified version of the Pomodoro method as I go through my days coming up because I have some stuff I have to do because remember, apparently my entire plumbing system is whack right now and they have to come in and replace a bunch of pipes under the house and retrench and completely redo the entire sewer connection to the city sewer line, which if you remember I was so upset and worried because they were going to dig up my pool deck. 25 feet of the pool deck had to be busted and a trench cut to get from the house to the sewer line, which the city sewer line runs in the easement at the back of the house. So I had a nice long conversation with Terry from the plumbing company, and he's a great guy. He really was, he's like an engineer, right? And he really, really was passionate about how can we figure out how to do this job so that it doesn't disrupt everybody's lives. I mean, he really had thought it through. He's the one that designed the job. So when I asked him, I said, can you find another way to connect to that city sewer without busting the pool deck? Because I have strong concerns. Coincidentally, the area they have to bust up is where all the pipes that go to the pool are. So this is a bigger problem than just, you know, redoing the cement, right? In my opinion. Well, I talked to him this morning. He called me back. He was so excited. He was like, we figured out a way we can tunnel underneath your pool deck. It's going to work great. Everybody's on board. We talked to your insurance company. They're going to pay the little bit extra. So everybody's excited, including Drew, because they're not going to have to bust the pool deck, hopefully. They might have to cut some pool pipes, but they're plumbers. They know what they're doing. They'll put them all back to, they're just PVC pipes. It's not a big deal. But we scheduled it. So this big job isn't going to happen until the 3rd week of July. So apparently we're waiting till the absolute hottest time of the year to do this work. It's going to be 2 weeks. The job's going to last 2 weeks, so it's going to last into August. But he said the way they do it, they keep one bath. I only have 2 bathrooms, but they keep one bathroom connected at all times. So that's good news too. So I'm not going to go homeless. That's going to save a lot of hassle. However, paragraph, The second part of this is the plumbing problems they're fixing destroyed my hardwood floors. So I am going to have to pack up my entire world because it's the studio, the living room, and the master bedroom. Has to all get packed up and moved. Oh, look, 4 people have given this video a thumbs up. Thanks, guys. There's more of you here. Please. If you're enjoying the Captain Housekeeper live show, give this show a thumbs up and share it with your friends. I appreciate it. And if you happen to never remember when the show comes on, because I get that, I'm not judging, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and you'll be notified when I go live. That's really the only way. And sometimes, because life gets in the way a little bit, I go live a little bit later or in the afternoon because that's just the way it is. So if you've subscribed and get the notifications, if I go live at a different time, you'll just get a little ping on your phone or on your device, and you can come watch if you have a moment. It'll be fun. Hey, Ray's here. Teresa's here. Teresa, I think we sent the storm northeast because we're done with it. Although it is thundering here still. DJ says great news. This is great news. So did Ruthie. Wonderful news. I'm so happy that I'm not going homeless and that I will have a toilet the whole time. So today I worked on my attack plan. I hope y'all, it's Monday, so you get a fresh attack plan today. It's very exciting because endless possibilities. So a clean attack plan printed out, ready to go. The big thing I had to do this morning was code D. Y'all know what that means. I've explained it before. Let's say it has to do with the doggy landmines. So code D this morning, the entire yard. The rain this weekend rehydrated everything. It wasn't any fun. So great, the doorbell rang. So there's Tamaya defending the house from the FedEx guy. Anyway, so I cleaned up the yard because my friends that mow the lawn, you know, because I've automate and delegate. There's a link in the show description. So I've automated the lawn service. So because that's a lot of time that I would prefer to have some people come and do it for me. It's not that expensive, so it's totally worth it. So the lawn guys are coming to mow today, so I like to make sure everything's nice and tidy for them. You know, they don't need to be walking through a minefield. So I did that, and today I have to go to Costco. Who wants to go with me? Ray, I wish you lived closer. We could go to Costco together. Ray lives way on the other side of Houston, so I never get to see him. But I have to go to Costco, and remember last time I had to go to Costco, I waited too long. Honestly, I got on the phone with my friend Lori from LA, and we tend to go on and on for hours, and so I left the house much later than I expected to. And on the way home, I got caught up in all the school letting out traffic. I learned my lesson. That is not good time management to be driving through the city when school's letting out, because it's jammed. So as soon as I'm done here, I'm out of here. Hopefully the rain will make it an easy drive, and I have to go to Costco because there are a few things that I only get at Costco, like coffee. There's one coffee, and it's the only place I found it. Those coffee beans are amazing. If I remember the name someday, I'll tell you because they're so good. And I wanted to tell you that, you know how I end every show with my little mantra that no matter what life throws at me, I have the power to make this a fantastic day. And that's such a great way to start the show, or start my day, because life is messy and it's not the way we plan it, and things are coming at us from every direction. If you're in charge of your house like I am, nothing goes the way it's supposed to. There's always a monkey wrench, right? But starting the day with that mantra where it's like, no matter what, I can make this a fantastic day. It doesn't matter how people act at me, what goes wrong. It's how I respond to that. It's how I react to it that determines how it's going to go. If I had gotten on that phone with that plumber and just chewed his ear off and said, I'm not happy with your proposal, you're going to bust up my deck and I don't trust you, he might not have helped me. But I got on the phone with him and I was like, dude, you're the engineer. I know you can figure this out. Let's work together to find an option that doesn't, it's not so invasive. And he was like, I'm all over it. So when he called me back, he was like, you know, when we put the sod back down, if you've ever had sod put down, the grass won't be very, you know, won't be the same. And I was like, man, look, you just do you. You do what you have to do. How can we make this go as easily possible for you and me? And he was like, this is great. So it was how I responded to the situation that determined it. And so that fantastic day, I wanted to explain a little bit that mantra. That's why that mantra is so important to me to start the day. And along those lines, you know, I have that, it's redbubble.com, where you can make like t-shirts and stuff. And I made some with my artwork on it last year. Well, I decided I needed to make some of that merchandise with that fantastic day saying on it. So if you look in the show description, there's a, I think it says fantastic day merchandise. If you click on it, you'll see there's like, you know, iPhone covers and tote bags and t-shirts and stuff. There's even a duvet cover, which I'm really thinking about getting, because that'd be a great, if I'm making the bed in the morning and I remind myself that no matter what happens, I can make this a fantastic day. I think it's a great way to start. And I think if you go there, if you look at the top of the website just today, there's a 20% off coupon code. So yay, that was really good timing. So let's see who's, oh, KB's here. Hi, KB. So glad you showed up. How was lunch? Looks like you had a lunch date. Oh, Ray's 2 blocks from the elementary school. Yeah. Gosh, it gets so messy. Where I came from, we either walked or there was a school bus. the parents picking us up when I was a kid. But I'm sure here in the big city, there's a good reason for that. Kristen says, yes, you have the ability to make other people's day fantastic too. A little goes a long way. You know, that's so true, Kristen. The way you respond to everyone's just trying to get through the day. You don't know whose mom just died. You don't know whose kid is sick at home. You don't know what kind of pressure every single person you come in contact with, including those idiots on the street that don't use their blinkers or cut you off. You don't know what's happened that day. So you do, if you just say, I'm not going to respond, I'm going to try to make their day a little bit easier, it just changes the dynamic completely. I remember, you know, Deborah's here, my sister's here. Our mom passed away a few years ago. And I was out in Nevada where she passed away for the, the end, funeral and all that. And I remember I had to drive to the grocery store. And I had on sunglasses, and I cut somebody off because I was crying. And I was trying to drive to the store because I had to drive there. But my mom just died. I was having like the worst day ever. And, I got honked at. And I actually do remember the guy gave me the finger too. And it's like, but my mom just died. He doesn't know that. All he knows is, I cut him off. But it's always good to remember everyone's just trying to get through the day. And you do have the ability to make this a fantastic day, no matter what happens, no matter what life throws at you. This is all in our power. Speaking of that, it's thunderstorming, but I just looked at the radar and it's moving a different direction. Please like and share this video. I see there are a lot of people here today. About half of you have liked it, and I really appreciate that. This is so much fun. I really enjoy it. KB says, hope the air conditioner gets fixed soon. Yeah, well, always hope for the best. You never know what's going to happen. So, yeah, great. Okay, well, I have a question that I'm planning to answer tomorrow, so come on back tomorrow. It's about housekeeping stuff. Captain Kristen asked me a question. That's why I was late to the show, because I was texting her. Yeah, Ray's over on the other side of the city, and the storm's now moving on top of him. So, you're going to have to stay inside, Ray, because it's a thunder boomer this time. It's not just rain, it's actually stormy. I was actually worried about tornadoes again. What are you going to do? It's the South. I guess tornadoes are everywhere. Ray, just because you're in charge of your house doesn't mean you have to do everything. I'm talking to you, Ruthie and KB. Automate and delegate whenever possible. If you want to know what that means, I have a blog post about it in my show description there. If you're just showing up, if this is your first time, welcome. There are a lot more people here than usual, and I'm so happy to see you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring that notification bell. That's the only way to know that I've gone live, and you'll get a little ping and you can join us live in the future. That'll be fun. So happy you're here. And remember, say it with me, everybody. Say it. No matter what life throws at me, I have the ability to make this a fantastic day. All right. Love you guys. I'm so happy you're here. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye.